Hey guys, so I'm on the toilet taking a shit, and I just wanted to kind of share some of the things I went through. I wrote about it on my Instagram. So every day I have these really intense dreams. Yesterday I had a dream, so many dreams. Okay, so one of the dreams that I had was I was running this race with groups of people, and then I didn't get a uniform, like shorts, and then I was like so mad, so I went to the side and I said, I give up. I don't want to be part of this. Anyway, so today I want to go eat with my mom, and after I just felt led to like take a bus. So I got on the bus and I saw this guy with a Trump hat. So I was like, "Oh, hi, nice hat." And I was like, "I didn't vote for Trump, but I'm trying to recall Newsom because I don't like the lockdowns, right?" So anyways, the point is we got into a huge debate, which I kind of argued and was like getting louder and louder on the bus. And I was like, I never thought I would be that kind of person, but I was. And I was basically like saying that, like, I was like, oh, I'm a prophet. And then he got really mad. He's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, women have no love. And like, he basically said that like women cannot serve God. Like women, are not allowed to basically be of service to God, and like women have no power or love. And I was like, what the heck? And he goes, oh, because God is above man and man is above women, and like so a woman in of herself has no love to give. And I was like, okay, like, and then I was just like, okay, I'm gonna prophesy to you even though I'm pissed off. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna prophesy to you. And I just hear like, you've been really hurt by people before, and that's why you have no ability to receive love. And he's like, you know what, you are right. And then, but anyways, the point is, I was like, well, then why did God choose Mary to give birth to Jesus? Like, whatever. Like, and I was talking about Deborah. I was like, this is useless. So I got off the bus, and then there was another guy on the bus, and he was kind of like shy, and he was listening, but he was also Christian. So we talked for a while, and then I took a lift to Pasadena. On the lift, I met another Christian man, and we were talking about relationships and things like that. So I got to Pasadena, walked around, felt led to go to Urban Outfitters, and then when I heard go home, I met a Christian girl who had literally the same relationship issues as I did in the past, and like daddy issues, whatever. And so like we became friends. Okay, so that's just part of what I've gone through today. Okay, so then, not even done here. So I felt led to do some like deliveries. So I did deliveries. I do Postmates and DoorDash sometimes. So anyway, so then I just felt like my heart was like really tight, and I was like, I think I need to cry. So this is what happened, okay? So I really wanted to go eat, and I was like, God, like, I just want someone to eat with. So I went home, dropped off the car, and just called a Lyft, right? So I was going to Pasadena, and like I was gonna go up, right? And then I was like, oh, like, can I sit in the front? I didn't eat yet, blah, blah. So we talked. Anyways, so even from the beginning, like, as we were talking, like, I realized, like, he was saying stuff like, oh, like, I'm a 43-year-old virgin. I've never had sex. I'm also Christian. But he was like, oh, maybe, like, you want to touch or something. And I was like, what? No, like, hell no. Like, I just wanted someone to eat with, right? So we're talking and talking. We like eat at his office, and we're just like basically having an argument where I'm just like, I'm just tired of men like wanting sex, because like, like you have to get to know someone. Like, sex is not something that you're just like, oh, whatever about. Like, you have to like each other, right? So anyway, as I'm talking, I start crying because he's talking about like how he got hurt by women, and like women never called him back, and he hates rejection, and like he wants to be rich because if he's rich, then like women will like him. And I tell him that like if he's rich and women like him, like you realize that like women will only like you for your money, and like they like if they leave you, like they never really loved you, And I actually like I explained to him, yes, I'm still in the toilet. I explained to him that like here's the thing is like that I want to explain to you is that, what was I gonna say? Sorry, there's just like so much happened. Because I had another dream where I was in my old house and there was like a man with a mask and he was staring in, and I was kind of scared, but then someone took him. So I just felt like it had to do with like releasing issues of the past, because I also had, part of the dream was like there was a box of magazines, and those magazines were old, and I was like, I want to get rid of these. So like issues of magazines really have to do with issues in the past that you've had, that like you're getting rid of, that you're getting, you're getting rid of those issues that like held you back. And I feel like God is just like releasing that freedom over you right now in Jesus' name. Okay, anyways, the pooping prophet right here. So like he was like, oh, I just don't want to like give you a ride home, blah, blah, blah. He ended up giving me a ride home, and I was like, like I felt like it's kind of strange, but like in a weird way, God sends me to guys too, to like show them like, hey, what is it that you actually want? Like, I understand that like, yeah, like hormones run wild and things like that, but like one of the things that I've learned is like a breakthrough in your heart is so important. And like love is not sex. Love is understanding. Love is acceptance. Love is, being willing to understand each other's point of view. And like we live in a society where like things are so quick. Like you order people like DoorDash or Uber Eats. It's like, oh, okay, I want this. I want like a black girl. I want Asian. I want this. I want that. And you kind of like, you go through people like their DoorDash or food. It's like, oh, I want Wendy's or McDonald's. And you kind of like, oh, I love Asian. Oh, I love black. It's like, no, like, dude, like, they're fucking humans. Like, we're not animals. And like, you don't treat guys like that either. Like, it's like, oh, you know what? Let me see what that guy can give me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, can I get a house out of that guy? Or like, so you want to say that to a guy, but why would you say that to a girl? Like, like, do you do BJs? Do you do like, it's like, dude, like, if you wouldn't do that to a woman, why would you do that to a freaking, you wouldn't say that to a guy, like, oh, so what kind of car do you drive? Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, if you wouldn't ask a guy that, or you wouldn't ask a guy to give you a house or whatever, like, why would you ask a girl, like, okay, like, you know what, I don't want, like, sex from you, like, I just want to hook up. And it's like, I don't know, I get that there are some guys and girls, like, they just want to hook up, whatever, cool. But, like, when you explicitly say on your dating profile, like, hey, this is what I'm looking for, you know what I mean? And we're, like, what I really want to teach people is that we all have a desire for acceptance and love. Like, sex in itself, like, just having sex with someone, that's not love. And, like, we all have a desire to be accepted, to be loved, to be understood. And, like, because we don't have those kind of relationships in our lives, emotional connection, vulnerability, like, being able to cry in front of someone. When was the last time you cried in front of someone? I literally just cried in front of my Lyft driver because I was just, like, so upset over the fact that, like, man, like, I'm not a freaking object. I'm not a piece of meat. I am a woman with brains and a heart and soul and mind and, like, spirit. And I'm a daughter of God. Like, I'm not a slave. Like, you are a queen. You're a child of God. And, like, how dare anyone treat you like a piece of meat? Like, go to the market and buy a piece of meat, but don't come to me and, like, think that I'm going to give up my meat to you. Like, it's like, like, honor someone's heart. Like, honor your own heart. Like, men, I just want to talk to you guys right now while sitting on the toilet. I should probably wipe. Men, you're not your junk. You're not your penis. Like, please. Like you are, like, soul and heart, and you have the image of God. I have the image of God. Like, we are divine beings, but we're treating, like, ourselves like we have no hearts, no souls. Like, we treat ourselves like we're just animals. No, like, we are divine. We are divinity. We are spirit. We are, like, made of God. Like, we reflect the image of God, and, like, how dare we treat ourselves like we are just meat. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know. So anyways, I just wanted to share with you like how the Holy Spirit leads me every day to have these breakthroughs in my heart, and like to have understanding, like, man, like. And it was interesting talking to this 43-year-old virgin guy who was just sharing like, oh, well, I'll either commit to someone or I will just like hook up with people because I've waited this long, and like honestly I haven't met anyone. But it's like he's so afraid of rejection that like he won't even try to go on a date, you know? And so like, anyway, so that's all I want to say. God bless you. Thanks for watching. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.